The story of this guitar is long and convoluted. I'll try and make it less long and less convoluted for your viewing pleasure. A friend of mine who I played music with off and on lived down in Santa Barbara, California, and he told me he saw a stripped, butchered Rickenbacker at a yard sale for $2. Did I want it? And I said, yes, for $2. I don't care how bad it is. So he got it for me. And then next time he was up in Santa Cruz, he handed it over to me. And I had it for probably a couple of years, and I put parts on it, and I got it so it was functional because it had no parts on it. And I got it so you could make noise with it, but it was pretty hopeless. It had holes in it. It had holes in the top. Somebody had tried to make it into a left-handed guitar, so it had 4 holes here and a big hole back here for access to the controls, but there were no controls in it. Tuners didn't work, truss rod didn't work, frets were gone, finish was off of it. There was no other hardware on it whatsoever. I went to a local guitar store where I knew a guy had a stash of old parts, and so I got some of the old parts. I got the pick guard, which came with all the controls. I got a couple old pickups. I got the tremolo bridge, and I got some old tuners, and I put it together, and it was terrible. So I told a friend of mine about it. He said he wanted to buy it for me. So I told him, yeah, okay, $35. So went down to LA, handed it over to him, and then he never paid me. And this is probably about 1992. And about 10 years ago, I just started thinking about it. I went, he never paid me for that Rickenbacker. I should try and get it back. So I bugged him for 10 years. I finally got it back, and it was still in the same state. And a friend of mine who's Mark Brown, he's in Logan, Utah, Mark's Guitar Repair, he told me back in the early 90s, he said, oh, you had that Rickenbacker. Why didn't you let me fix that up for you? I said, oh, whoops, my mistake. And so here it is, 2025. I got the guitar back. I sent it out to Mark in Utah. And when I got it back, it's like this. I mean, it sounds amazing. It plays amazing. He had to take the fingerboard off, replace the truss rod, because the old dual action truss rod that Rickenbacker had in here was non-functional, and the neck was like a banana. Now the neck is dead straight, refretted. He saved all the inlays. The fingerboard looks beautiful. He put this kind of cracking paint on it to make it look old. And I don't know, it's kind of funny. I think it would have been fine just gloss black, but now it kind of looks old. He aged the tuners a little bit. I think he put them in some sort of acid or something like that, so they look old. And he wound these pickups. He made these pickups for this guitar because the old pickups, he said, were absolutely unusable, which I believe. And so the only thing that's really original is just the body of the guitar and the neck. And then this stuff that's on it, the pick guard and the controls, it's the right stuff, but it's probably from some other guitar. But this guitar, the best I can figure out is a 1966 Rickenbacker 365. It says 365 inside the guitar if you take this control panel off. So 365 is kind of a prestigious model. And if it was in good shape, like, you know, stock, it'd be worth some real money. But as it is, it's like a player's guitar. Okay, this is the bridge pickup. This is the neck pickup. The magic Rickenbacker sound is when you have both pickups going. So, yeah, what about Rickenbackers? Well, there's Fender and Gibson, which I believe, in my experience, are pretty reliable quality guitars. Not always. I mean, some of the Gibsons have issues. Some of the 70s Fenders are really heavy and crudely made. But you can depend on both Gretsch and Rickenbacker to be crudely made throughout their entire history. Really. I mean, these guitars are seriously problematic. Amazingly popular too. I mean, the Beatles used Rickenbackers and they used Gretsches, you know, so they have this appeal. And Rickenbacker and Gretsch, especially Rickenbacker, kind of ruled pop music for a good number of years until Jimi Hendrix came along with Stratocaster and just kind of blew Rickenbacker off the map. But yes, this was $2 at a yard sale. Now I have like a lot more than $2 into it, but it just goes to show to Mark Brown, Mark's Guitar Repair in Logan, Utah, of what he can do with something that was basically garbage, and he made it into a very, very playable, good sounding guitar. It stays in tune better than most of my other guitars, which saying that for Rickenbacker is, in my past experience, an impossibility. But here it is. Here it is. Okay. So there you go. Just kind of a funny story. So I had it in 1987. I sold it about 1992, and I just got it back about 2 months ago, and bingo. Next gig I play, I'm going to use it. Call me crazy.